Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. Today we are continuing our new unit on how to talk about success, and we're working on vocabulary for success and failure. Well, more about that in a minute. First, a bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. Here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means when you're not speaking, please turn off your microphone to keep the classroom as quiet as possible. When you are speaking, tune in to the new words and expressions you're going to learn. Use them actively so that I can correct you. And finally, whoops, wrong slide. And finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is all you need to know about. Oh, was I not sharing my screen? What happened? I thought I was sharing my screen, and I see my face. I wasn't expecting to see my face. I was expecting to see your face, Giuseppe. Hi, Giuseppe.
Hi, John.
Nice to see you. Long time no see. Here's what we're going.
Yes.
It has. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue on with our vocabulary part of how to talk about success. Yesterday, actually early in the morning, I gave you all a little homework. I don't know if you had a chance to do it or if you saw my message, but it was really short. So if you didn't have a chance to do it, why don't we correct it now? Why don't we do it? Why don't we do it now? If you did, we can just correct it.
Well, from my side, I did earlier.
Okay, great. So it's so short that we can actually almost do it and correct it at the same time. It's just 2 little exercises, but it's important because those were the key words that we're going to use in class. Let me figure out. I didn't put this in the material, so what I'm going to do is go into Google Drive. I'm going to open it, share my screen, and then we'll go over it together quickly. Okay, I'm opening it now. I'm going to do it as a presentation. There we go. Give me just a second to get it to load. There we go. It's a little slow, but it's loading. Loading, yes. Oh. Not loading. Okay, now it's working. So, let me get this on screen. If you haven't done it, no problem. If you have, we're going to talk about it. We're going to correct it, okay? Because it's short. Now, if I can only share my screen, we'll be ready to go. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, no, what is this? It's never working the way I want. Okay, maybe I'll hit present again. Okay. Hopefully you can see this now as a presentation. I hope. So, we're talking about achievements. I said do the exercises on your own, check your answers on the last slide, and any questions you have, bring to the next class. It's so short that I think we can just, not all of you have done it, so maybe we can just go over it quickly together. So, for example, here, can you help me look into, look for, find out? The first one's done for us. Look for my briefcase. So these were all key words taken out of either the text or the first exercise that we did yesterday. I hope that that is right. Let me just see. And let me do one more thing while I'm on the screen, which is let me download this as a PDF so that I can actually share this with you. Let's go around the room, try one of these. Okay, and Giuseppe, you did it. Who else did it? Did anyone else have a chance to try the homework besides Giuseppe? Or just Giuseppe? No? No one? Okay, so let's do it together now if you haven't done it. Let me just... I downloaded the PDF so that way I can see you, which makes things a little easier. What happened to it?
I tried to do homework, but not all.
Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, for some reason, give me a second. Sorry, I can't quite get used to Google Chrome. Hold on one second. I didn't download. Let me try this again. Download as a PDF. All right. Yeah, Chrome is a little strange because it keeps opening in the browser, but I don't want it to open in the browser. I want it to open in a PDF program. Okay, I think I got it now. So you should be able to see it on screen. There we go. Okay, it's on screen. Let's do it. Giuseppe, let's start with you, with number 2.
Number 2, I chose we managed to finish the report by working all night.
Managed to finish. And that's right, because we cannot say succeeded to. It's not possible. We could to, not possible. The two prepositions cannot follow either of those words. Okay? Succeeded in is okay, but not succeeded to. Okay, great. Ishmael, I think that's you, right? Yes, it is.
Yes, Jon-Eric, I am. Hi.
Yes. I want you to try number 3, even if you weren't in class yesterday. Give it your best guess.
Okay. It was totally unexpected. We blanked some documents about the founding of the company.
The key word is unexpected.
Came across.
Exactly. We came across some documents. That means we found them, but we didn't expect to find them. That is very good. Very good.
Accidentally.
That's right.
Maybe.
Accidentally. That's right. Luo, what about number 4?
Scientists have blank in producing a substitute for natural rubber. Scientists have managed in producing a substitute for natural rubber.
Oh.
Have managed.
Have managed
No.
in producing? Something
Have
doesn't
man-
sound right.
Have succeeded. Yeah, succeeded.
It is keyword, I think.
Succeeded is
Succeed.
right. Succeeded in. Remember that collocation. Succeeded in. They always go together.
Okay.
And been able won't work because it's been able to produce, not
Yeah,
been
yeah,
able
yeah.
in. Okay, so it
Yeah.
succeeded. Sounds the best. There you go.
Mhm.
And Raphael, what do you think about 5? Give it your best guess.
Yeah. They are still blank for new energy sources. Searching I think.
Because it's searching for. That's right. We cannot say come across for. We cannot say finding out for. They already have prepositions, so it's hard to fit them with another preposition. So searching is the only one that doesn't have a preposition if it's with for. Okay? And Yuki, let's go to you. I think you were next, and then Shafar will get to you afterwards. Go ahead, Yuki.
Number 6,
Yeah.
we need to find someone with management skill to run the training session.
Well, if we said skill, it would sound a little strange because we'd probably have to say skills. So that's not really an option.
Expertise.
Expertise. Very good. Expertise. With management expertise. Giuseppe, is that what you had as well? Expertise?
Yes.
I think yesterday we have learned.
We learned the word yesterday. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I don't have the answers in front of me. That's why I was just checking if everyone had the same one. Okay, sounds good. So what I want you to think about here are those collocations of verb and preposition, like succeeded in, managed to, searching for. That's more important than the individual words. And expertise is just a good vocabulary word. Okay, second in what? What's going on up there?
Hey, you messing around.
What happened? Why did that happen? No,
The solution are on the top.
I don't want
The
you
left.
to see that. And now I can't get rid of it. Hold on a second. What I want you to look at is this. I want you to look at this. No, I don't want you to look at that. I want you to look at this. Except I don't want you to look at this. That shouldn't be there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry, it's a little small, but I can't make it bigger, I don't think. Well, maybe if I present it now. Yeah, okay, I can make it like this. All right. Shafar, in this next one, we're going to add keywords that came from our text and also from our little activity yesterday about it's about talking about the materials used in different processes. We're talking about how silk was used in different processes and something else. I can't even remember. Doesn't matter. We just have to add the missing words. But what we learned was there are these patterns, word patterns. So for example, we can use an adjective to describe a noun. Certain adjectives will sound better than others. So in the first case, we have a kind of a failure. The conference was a flop. We can take an adjective from column A, absolute flop, to make it a little bit stronger. The conference was an absolute flop. Only 5 people came to my presentation. So Shafar, you're gonna pick one adjective from A and one noun from B to fill in the blanks in question number 2. Read it and then see if you can create the collocation.
Okay, the number 2, the trip was blah blah blah. I spent 3 days there and found out nothing.
Blah 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 translates to blank. We normally say blank.
Okay, blank. I'm sure about B, but it's a little bit difficult and maybe significantly waste of time. Maybe maybe completely waste time.
The second one is perfect. So read it with that second choice. The trip was?
The trip was a significant waste of time.
No, second one. Not significant. The second one. You said complete, right?
Oh, okay. The trip was a complete waste of time. I spent 3 days there and found out nothing.
Perfect. That's it. The trip was a complete waste of time. Significant wouldn't really work in this case. I can't see who's in screen. Oops, sorry. No. I can't see who's on screen right now because I'm sharing my browser. So whoever is, I think we're back to Giuseppe. Is that right? For number 3?
I don't know. Anyway, if I want.
Go for it.
If you want, I go for it. Okay. There has been a blank negotiation. There has been a significant breakthrough in negotiation for the new site.
There's been a significant breakthrough in negotiations. Say that for me. Negotiations.
Negotiation.
Right. There's been a significant breakthrough in negotiations for the new site. Okay? Sounds good to me. There's been a significant breakthrough in negotiations. Yep. Can't think of anything else that could possibly fit. Okay, Giuseppe, you're going to have to tell me who's next because I can't see the classroom.
The sugar-free version has
Wait.
been.
You're going to call the next person.
Sorry.
I can't see who's in the classroom right now because I'm sharing my screen.
Yuki, did it?
No, I think it's Ismail.
Ishmael. Okay,
Yes.
you're next.
Sorry.
Okay. There has
Number 3.
Number 3. There has been a blank in negotiations.
Oh, no, sorry. That was Giuseppe's. You're number 4. My fault. You're number 4.
Number 4. The sugar-free version has been a blank. Sales have doubled in 3 months.
So is that a positive or negative thing?
It is positive thing.
Of course. So another way to say something positive would be,
A great success.
it has been a great success. Look, sales have doubled. It's been a great success. Sounds good to me. Ishmael, call on the person to your right. I can't see who it is.
I am the last person. Giuseppe, I think. When we turn back to the start.
Well, whoever didn't speak.
Next person is Luo.
Luo. Okay, number 4. Number 5. Luo.
Last answer is very easy because there are just 2 answers remaining. Okay, salesperson of the year 3 years running. What an significant achievement!
And
What an amazing, amazing! What an amazing achievement! Nobody has ever managed it before.
Right, you corrected yourself because "an" needs to be followed by a vowel, right? "And" needs to be followed by a vowel. So there we go. I know that the answers are there. Not all of you did it, but the reason I want you to say these things is because I want it fresh in your mind. I want you to use these in what we're going to use and what we're going to do today. So it's a little repetitive, but it's good because I want you to keep in mind these specific expressions. Okay, so what I want to do now is, where is my other presentation? This is my, oh, looks like I accidentally closed it. Let me open my, not my homework, but here we go, I found it. Let me open the material, the unit material. So right now, you see me. I don't want you to see me. I want you to see this. Okay, we're all set. We're still talking about achievements and failures. The next skill is going to be reporting back and evaluating on research, reporting back using that vocabulary. These units work like a snowball. Whatever you learn there's like five sections to each unit. Whatever you use in section 1, you need to use while you're learning section 2. Then you combine those 2 things, so it's usually vocabulary, key expressions, practical application of something like functional language, then grammar. So you need to put those actively into use into the next section. We're not going to quite get to the next section yet. We're going to finish up our vocabulary first. Okay? So I'm going to skip ahead. We've done all of this. I'm going to skip ahead to our main activity. We've reviewed all of this so far. Here we go. So what we just did was this activity. We reviewed, yesterday we had these 3 pictures. You had to make an adjective-noun combination to describe the picture. We then combined them in another way to see that there was a lot of flexibility in how you did this. So we just reviewed that now through the homework. What I'm going to turn to now is a chance for you to actually use this. It says work with a partner. Well, we're going to work with each other. Student A, turn to file 39. I've put that on the page for you, right in front of you. Student B, turn to 46. That is on slide 16. You can see it here. Oops. Take turns to ask and answer each other about some events. Use phrases from 6 and 8. All right. I think what it would be good to do is if we kind of divide you in half and have one group work on first file on slide 15, the other group work on slide 16. Your facts are there. So you can open this in your computer if you haven't done it. It looks like Yuki put the presentation there for you in the chat window. And in the Verbling, in the Hangout chat, did you put it there as well? You didn't. Let me put it there for you. Okay, so if you want to see this close up, go to the links either in the Verbling chat. Oh, he just did. Okay, good. That's it. You can open either of those on your computer. And let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Giuseppe, Ishmael, and Luo. You're going to be group 1. You're going to go to slide 15, the same that you can see on screen. You're going to use those facts, and you're going to use the expressions that we've just reviewed, right, to ask each other about some events. We're going to have a little business meeting, and we need to find out about what the other team is doing. Okay, so that means Raphael, Shafar, and Yuki, you're going to be on slide 16, which says file 46. Those are your fact-finding facts, and you're going to be asking questions to your partner. We're going to take turns. Some of the questions that you can ask are already there for you. So you'll see here, read the information, then ask your partner's questions about the success of each event. Okay, so some of the questions can be about what's listed, the sale of hand-knit sweaters, trips to India, etc. But the main thing is that you're going to be using the key expressions that we did in Activity 8, those adjective-noun combinations, and Activity, back here. The key nouns we had in the text. The key verbs, we had in the text. Succeed in, manage to, words like, nouns like know-how, expertise. Okay? That's our goal. You have to use those as explicitly, deliberately as you can, because you need to get them into your heads. All right? So I'll give you a minute to read over your information, Group 1 and Group 2. Okay? And I'll step in to help you. Maybe I can do an example for you when you're ready. Okay? So take a minute, read through your facts, and let's start in about, I'll give you 1 minute to read through it and make sure everything is clear. If there's any questions, just ask, okay? I'll give you one example before we begin. All right. Everyone had a chance to read through their information? We're all ready? Are we cool?
Yes.
Yeah? Group 1, are you ready? Are you ready?
More or less.
More or less. Let's do an example so you can see what you're supposed to do. I'll do one example for you, okay? So, if I was in Group 1, ask your partner about these events. For each question, ask, how did blank go? Well, they've got an example for you. I don't need to give you an example. How did sales of the air conditioning unit go? How did sales of the air conditioning unit go? Okay. Well, how did sales of the air conditioning unit go, by the way? Group 1. Does anyone know? Oh, I'm sorry, that's Group 2, isn't it?
Group 2?
I think so, yeah, because Group 2 has an air conditioning unit for the home, right? So if they said, how did the sales go for the air conditioning unit, how would you describe it in terms of success and failure?
We had achieved a great success in selling our product, air conditioner.
Okay, you don't need to say product. If you say air conditioner, you don't need to say product. We had great success in selling our air conditioning units. Okay, great. That's using the keyword that we learned, and if you want to add some information, you absolutely can. Could you qualify? No, sorry. Could you quantify your great success, Yuki? We had great success in selling it. Why is that? Because
our projected sale. We have projected $400,000 in sales, and actually we achieved the sales $600,000.
very good. One thing I want to change though.
Yes.
You said we have projected, right?
Yes.
That would mean you're doing it now.
Uh,
So you mean that in the past you projected, right?
we projected.
Yeah. So we projected sales around $400,000, or
Well, we set a target of our sales.
yeah, good, yeah.
We
We set a sales target. We set a target for our sales of $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
But in actuality, that sounds even better. But in actuality, we surpassed that by 200,000. But in actuality, right?
We surpassed $200,000 than we expected. No.
Yeah. We surpassed it by $200,000 more than we anticipated. So in the vocabulary for today, I'm going to say let's put some of those key expressions. First of all, surpass. Actually, I should say surpassed by more than X than we expected. Okay, that's great.
We surpassed $200,000 more than we
anticipated. No, you're right. Anticipated is even better. Yeah. Anticipated. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And the other one was just be careful with the present perfect, because that would mean you're doing it now. So instead of saying we have projected, instead of saying we have projected, right? Sales. It's a little hard for me to write on this. A sales target of X. That would be now. We need to say simply we set or we projected a target
using present perfect in this case it's not correct.
Exactly.
We have projected. No?
Exactly. It's not correct.
It's not correct.
Because
we use simple past.
Because the action finished in the past and has no direct connection to now. The results do. The results of the setting of the target is totally in the past. The results of that setting of the target are in the present. That's true. But the actual action of setting the target stays in the past, so it's got to be the simple past, if that makes sense. It's a lot harder to...
We set a target, but such a target still exists. So I think I thought perfect, present perfect is correct.
But you're not still setting the target now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Your logic is absolutely right, but it doesn't apply to the act of setting the target, because the target now might be different.
It's all the same. It's past event, so we have to use past sentence. Yeah.
And you could also use the past perfect if you wanted to.
We had projected. It's okay.
Yeah, we had projected, or we had set a sales target of 400,000, but in actuality we surpassed that by nearly. So both of those would be okay. But I can't think of a way to use the present perfect that sounds very natural here.
Okay. I see. Thank you.
All right. So that is a demonstration. Now I'm going to turn it over to all of you. I want each of you to ask one question and give one answer. The person who answers is going to ask the next question. That means that Team 2 is going to begin, and Yuki, Luis, you got to turn off your... Hold on. Sorry, I have to mute you, Luis, because I'm hearing my voice in a very loud echo. Okay, so make sure you have the Verbling window closed, only the Hangout open, and make sure you're using headphones, okay?
Sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Could you repeat again?
Sure. So Yuki, you answered the first question, so you're going to ask the next question to Team 1. You're in Team 2. That means you're using slide 16.
I asked to member of team 2 or Team 1?
You're in Team 2.
Okay, I am confused.
You're in Team 2.
Okay.
You're student B. So you're going to be asking someone from Team 1, student A, any of the questions that are listed in part 2 on slide 16. For example, the sales of knit sweaters, the trip to India, the launch of the new white wine, the presentation on the company's position in the market, okay? And we're having a sales meeting, which is a fact-finding meeting, trying to talk about the launch of a product. Because if you think back, just a class or two ago, if you think back, we were talking about products like silk and rubber and this kind of thing. And we read about the success of certain countries in exporting or developing products that they had imported. So we're going to have a meeting where we have a fact-finding. This is our fact-finding meeting. It's a little bit harder to explain than it is to do.
Okay. Giuseppe, how did the sales of hand-knitted sweaters go? And how was the trip to India?
Well, let's do one at a time. So
okay, how did the sales of hand-knitted sweaters go, Giuseppe?
Okay. Well, we have managed hand knitted sweaters about.
Have managed hand knitted sweaters? No. You've got to manage a success or a failure. It sounds a little bit better. Because remember, manage is more than one meaning. There's manage like manage a company, and then there's manage, which I don't know how to say it in Italian. In Portuguese, it's conseguir, conseg. So I think in Italian it's a similar word. I don't know. Meaning to be able to have a success or to be able to do something that was difficult.
Try to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We came across projecting hand knitted sweaters around 5,000 units, and this is a real triumph because it was unexpected.
What was unexpected? You didn't tell us the triumph. What was the triumph?
The triumph was a project and produce 5,000 units.
Okay. Hey, everyone in Team 1, that includes Luo and Ishmael.
Yeah.
Do you agree that it was a real triumph?
No, it was a totally
It was a total disaster. Luo, why was it a disaster?
Because we were projected to sell for 5,000 units, but actually we just sold 2,000 units.
We just sold.
We just sold, yes, we just sold.
Right. So it was. How would you describe that, Luo?
It was a totally flop.
It was a total flop.
Total flop. Yeah,
Not totally, but total flop. Very good. It was a total flop. Okay. So, and by the way, Giuseppe, come across means to discover something, right?
Yes.
Come across means to discover. So you couldn't really use come across with the projected sales here because you didn't discover anything. So it's a good use of vocabulary, but it doesn't quite fit. So
Yeah, I think so.
what could you say instead of come across? Come across is discover something unexpectedly. What could you say with the projected sales figures?
Look for or find out.
But what are you finding? What's the new thing that you're finding? That's what I'm
No,
curious.
yeah, right. We are talking about projected sales, and then
It may be true that you discovered something, but I don't know what. I'm not sure how you could use. Come across doesn't really work. You could say that, I don't know, if you came across some market or product or process that was unexpected, that would be okay. That would be okay. What vocabulary words could you use from the text earlier in the unit? You could use know-how. You could use expertise, Giuseppe. Those you could use. You could be a little bit creative to use those. What could you say about your know-how in relation to this project, your hand-knitted sweaters? What could you say about know-how or expertise, Giuseppe?
okay.
You got to be a little bit creative here, but it's possible.
Yeah, indeed.
So think about what Luel said. Luel said it was a total flop because our actual, in actuality, we only sold 2,000 units and we had projected 5,000. What does that say about our know-how or expertise, Giuseppe?
We had to, well, we had a total flop because of a lack of expertise.
Absolutely. We had a lack of expertise. We need to somehow work on our skill level before we go and try to relaunch the product, something like that. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, but unfortunately I have to punish you because you got the answer wrong. You're being punished. And Luo is going to be rewarded because I teach through cruelty. So Luo, you're going to ask the next question to Team 2. Giuseppe,
Well,
you'll get a chance. Don't worry. Don't cry.
Oh, it's like a punishment. Okay.
So Luo, you're in Team 1. That means you're on slide 15.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask any of those questions in our fact-finding business meeting that are there in part 1. Sale of air conditioning units, trip to Argentina, launch of the new organic beauty products, presentation of the company mission statement, etc. Okay?
Well,
Those are the
okay.
Pick someone in group 2 and ask them.
Yeah, group 2. My question is, how did the launch of the new white wine goes?
The new white wine?
New white wine.
How could you ask that though? You're on slide 15.
15? Yes, I'm on 15,
it's
not
wrong. 16. 15.
Wrong
15.
page. Okay.
Try again.
16. Try again. 16 pages is the right page. Why? Okay.
No, 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yes, my question is, so my question is right, okay. How did the launch of the new white wines go?
But that's what you did, Luo. That's what you did in group 1. So you have to ask them, dude, look at this. Look, let me show you the page. Hold on a second. Look.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to share my screen sometimes. Look at this. You're the one who did the white wine, so you can't ask them about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. My question is on the page 16.
15.
16.
15.
15.
Yeah.
15, but all right. 15. I'm on the 15.
Yeah.
I'm on the 15. But I should ask them some question about the 16th.
Yeah, because
16th.
they all studied page 16 in group 1. You all studied 15.
Okay.
You are selling white wine.
Yeah, you're the one selling the white wine, though.
Oh,
You
all right.
can't,
We
you
don't
can't ask
sell.
them about it.
Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see, I see. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry about that. How did the launch of the organic beauty products go?
Very good. Raphael, want to take that for us? Can you field that question?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Mhm. Du- du- du. Well, first of all, we give to the shoppers a free trials, and the result was very positive response to these free trials. Shoppers buy an additional product. It was
Buy or bought?
what?
Buy or bought?
Both
Good.
additional products, and I think it was a significant breakthrough in our sales productions, in our sales develop, and in my humble opinion, I think it's a real success. Try to find to launch this new product of organic beauty in our line.
Okay, very good. Everything was great except for one word, humble. Don't use it. Don't say humble.
Okay.
Because that's internet chat. It'll sound weird in a business meeting to use, in my humble opinion. Take out humble, unless you're being ironic. If you're being ironic, then you can say it. But people might get the wrong idea. Great job. That's exactly right. Significant breakthrough. Good keyword. Okay, Raphael, you're going to be asking Group 1 one of the questions on slide 16. You've got trip to India, white wine, presentation of the company's position. Pick one and ask to Group 1, please. Okay, Raphael?
Yeah.
Go for
it. How did, oh my gosh, how did sales of and the launch of the new product, white wine?
Go. Don't forget go at the end.
Go.
Yeah, because
Go,
how
yeah.
did the launch of the new white wine, of the product new white wine, go? You always have to put go at the end.
Okay.
So one more time, say it again for us.
How did launch of new product white wine go?
Okay, very good. Ishmael, can you take that one for us? Going once, Ishmael? Going twice? I don't hear you. Sold to... Let's see if... Who wants it? Group 1, who wants it?
Me, John?
What? Ah, you're there. Okay, I couldn't hear you. Go for it, Ishmael.
Okay. It was a total disaster.
Oh, no! Why? Tell us.
Buyer had problems with the bottling process, and they give some negative feedback about the taste of the wines.
Oh,
And
no. That's terrible.
they were going to not interested with the product.
They were going to be, or they weren't?
They weren't not interested with the product.
Oh, no. So, in terms of our know-how or expertise, well, we don't really have a problem with know-how or expertise, do we? Actually, that's not really our problem. I'm just curious, if you go back to some of those key vocabulary words, by the way, you said it was a total disaster, right?
Yes.
Okay, good use of the target vocabulary. Good. What do you think you'd have to do to relaunch this product? Now, I want you to think about some of those key words: to come across, to succeed in, to manage to to look for, to search on, to find out. What would you need to do to relaunch this product? What do you think, Ishmael? You have to be a little bit creative now, but in your suggestion, in your opinion, what could a suggestion be?
We should take into account of the feedback which
Of
is
the
generated by
the
our
tasters, you mean?
customer.
Right, the people
Yes.
tasting the wine.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And maybe we should some change about bottling process.
Say that again, but use come across. Instead of change, or what did you say? Maybe we should what? Find? I didn't understand what you said there.
We think again and come across
Good.
to change bottling process.
Okay, good. Let me make a little correction. We should take into account the feedback of our wine tasters. And if we do that, I'm sure we can come across a better bottling process that will fix the problem. Because right now, the wine seems to have been corked. You know, when the wine spoils, they call it corking because it reacts with the cork or lets air in or something like that. So, good. We will probably come across a better bottling process that'll fix the problem. We might succeed in bottling the wine better, and then we can relaunch the product. We can relaunch the wine later. Very good. Ishmael, you're in group 1, right? So
Yes.
you're going to be going to slide 15, asking group 2 about one of those remaining questions. So I think it's about Argentina or about the mission statement.
Teacher, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay, great. Sorry, for I'm very late.
Gotcha.
I know.
Yeah, because before your connection was bad because I was hearing an echo. So
Yeah,
you got
teacher,
working,
sorry.
right?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. So we'll go to you next. Okay.
Sure.
So just hang on 1 second. Ishmael, I'd like you to ask the next question to group 1, and then we'll go to Louise after that. Okay. Actually, Louise. No, I'm
Shafar.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Shafar. You're right. You're right. Go ahead, Ishmael. You're asking Shafar.
Shafar, how was the presentation about company mission statement for the coming year?
About the company mission statement.
About the company mission statement for the coming year?
Very good. And Shafar, what do you think about that?
Okay. About the actually we have a lot of information and we doing a great job in with use of PowerPoint and there's an innovative mission statement though. As a result, the colleges impressed and motivated by our mission statement, our presentation.
Good,
That
but
was-
you didn't use any of the key words. So, how would you describe the success or the failure of the launch of the presentation? Describe it in terms of success and failure. Think about those key words from the homework, Shafar.
Like what? I think I'm new in here, John.
Say again.
What that means? I don't understand with the keyword.
Think about the key words in the very beginning of the class when we were doing those key words, those adjective and noun combinations. For example, so how would you describe this as a success or failure? It seems like it was a success, right?
Yes, it's success.
Okay, great.
And so maybe a significant breakthrough.
A significant breakthrough. Okay, good.
Breakthrough.
It was a significant breakthrough because why?
we have excellent excellent to use of PowerPoint.
Well, okay, good. It's the right idea, but a breakthrough is something really new. Here, it's not so much that it was new. You could find something new to talk about, but it's more that it was just very successful. So what could you say to be very successful?
Amazing achievement.
Absolutely, that's it. It was an amazing achievement. It was an amazing achievement because all of our colleagues were really impressed and motivated during the presentation. They liked the mission statement very much. All right, last question, Shafar. You're going to be asking Louise this question. So you're going to be picking, you're in group 2, so you're going to be picking the points from slide 16. Louise, you're going to be answering using slide 15. And I'll share my screen, Louise, so you can see the information in case you don't have it open on your computer, okay? Go ahead, Shafar.
Okay. How did how did the trip to India go?
Go ahead, Louise. How did the trip to India go?
How what, teacher? Sorry.
Shafar, can you repeat that a little slowly?
Repeat. How did the trip to India go?
The question is, how did the trip to India go?
That's right.
Yes.
How did okay? Because I am little lost. I understand well the question because I never went to India.
Oh, Louise, your information's right in front of you. Look on the screen. Look at point number 2 on the right side. Take a look.
Let me see, teacher. I am from marathon. My screen is very small. I can't read well. Sorry.
Well, then you can't participate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but don't worry. In tomorrow's class, come in earlier, and then open the links that we put in the chat window, because then you can see this on your computer.
Okay,
Can someone help Louise out? How would we answer that question in terms of success and failure? Could someone help him out? Yuki, want to take that one? How would you answer that question, Yuki?
You are talking about the trip to India, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Trip to India was a complete success, great success for us. We met we have met lots of important people. We gained we got masses of knowledge, and it was an amazing achievement. We established a partnership with a top expert.
Sounds great. That's great. So so Luis, what he was doing was just taking the facts that were on screen. I know it's hard for you to see, and just adding some of the key expressions we learned before. Amazing achievement, great success. Those were 2 of the adjective noun combinations we learned in a previous class. That was it. What we're going to do in the beginning of tomorrow's class is just this. We're going to be describing a training session, a work event, or a new product from our own work. We're going to be describing one of these things in the very beginning of class using the vocabulary like we did in this exercise. Okay? Does anyone feel brave and want to do a brief description right now of something that you're working on? A training session that you've had, a work event that you've done, or a new product that you're working on in your place of work?
I would like to try.
Go for it. Yeah, do it.
Right now I'm training people to one department of sales that they are going abroad to sell new products, And when I try to train in them, I focus in 2 points. One, the body language that they are using and how to correct them. I made a lot of role plays about what are they saying and what are they communicating to the buyers with their body language, and also the speech that they need to say. How make intonation, how make pause, how make question to the buyers. And I make a lot of role plays with the people, the trainees, and also at the end we make a video trying to search how to improve his result, his communications skills. That is all in this overview.
Okay, great. Talk about the success or failure of the last session that you had. Was it a complete waste of time? Was it a significant breakthrough? Was it a triumph?
When you are talking about failures, I was thinking about one session 2 months ago. It was a complete disaster. It was because people didn't understand a word. People, trainees, don't get anything in my class, and it was an absolute flop. But later, I made some changes, and I developed a new achievement and try to do new things, and it was a significant breakthrough in my exposition,
What did you succeed in getting them to do after you made the changes, Rafael?
Could you repeat, please?
What did you succeed in getting them to do differently? Because that's one of our key words, succeed in. What did you succeed in getting them to do differently after you made the changes? The trainees.
I realized that it was a success because people don't complain anymore, and they don't say me it was a waste of time.
That's a good clue. Okay, so you could say I succeeded in getting them through the training with little or no complaints. I succeeded in getting them through the training. I succeeded in training them with little or no complaints. By the way, just two quick corrections. We don't make role plays. What do we say instead of make, Rafael?
We do.
We do. We do role plays. People don't say me complaints. Say is the wrong word. What should we say?
Told me.
Right. It's say something, but tell somebody. Say something, tell somebody. Say something, tell somebody. Repeat.
Say something, tell somebody.
That's right. So it's people didn't tell me they had any complaints, would be one way to say it. Or in a more simple way, you could get rid of both of those and just say people didn't complain in a much more simple way. But anyway, don't forget that say something, tell somebody. It's always a good to keep that in mind, because tell is the only word that uses me or you. It's the only one. All the other ones are always about what you're going to say or tell. All right, very good, very good.
Jon-Eric,
yes?
Is there a special rule to choose make or do?
Yes, there is. Make means to create or possibly to organize. Like make your bed means you organize the sheets and the blankets in a way that is orderly. Do is to put forth effort. So you have to do exercise.
Do me a favor.
That's an expression. It's just different. But yes, the favor usually involves effort, doesn't it? So yes. But anyway, do exercise, do homework, do work. Make a cake, make your bed, make a decision, because you create an answer. I suppose that's the rationale. So it's what we call a rule of thumb, a general rule. So if you can remember, do work, but make and create. Do work, make and create. So make your bed is a way of organizing or creating order, but doing homework means it's going to take a little bit of effort. That's the best I can give you. What do you think?
Thank you, teacher.
Don't call me teacher. You're the teacher. Okay, I've got to stop. So Louise, come back tomorrow at the same hour. We'll give you a chance to talk about a project you've been working on. You can download, I'll put a link to the homework we did so you can practice the vocabulary as well. Okay? There's no homework for today. We're going to pick up there tomorrow, describing the success or failure of one of your projects very briefly in the beginning of class. Then we're going to move right into the key expressions for giving feedback or reporting back on a project. Again, always in the context of talking about success or failure. Okay? Be back tomorrow at the same hour, and also 1 hour before for the next Great Short Stories class, because tomorrow is Thursday, right? Tomorrow's Thursday? Yeah? I think so?
My favorite class.
Yes.
Yes. Yuki, if you have a suggestion, send it to me. I'm still figuring out which I was going to do, I forgot his name. I'll send you a message. I forgot the name of the author. But if you have a suggestion.
Updike? No?
No, it wasn't Updike. I can't remember. I'll send you a message. Okay. But if you've got a suggestion or anyone's got a suggestion, send me a message through Verbling. Okay? These classes are for you, so I can cater them to your interests as much as possible. Bye for now, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye for now.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. See you.
Take care. See you.
Teacher.